Why not you? Jim Rohn's legendary speech. There is a question that has the power to stir the human spirit, shake the foundations of doubt, and awaken the dormant greatness within every individual. Why not you? It is simple, yet it carries with it the essence of possibility, the seed of transformation, and the invitation to rewrite the story of your life. Jim Rohn, one of the most influential motivational teachers of our time, posed this very question to thousands across the globe. He understood that within those three words lies the spark that can ignite ambition, dissolve excuses, and usher in a life of purpose and achievement. When you pause and let those words sink into your heart, you realize that they are not rhetorical but deeply personal. Why not you who rises above mediocrity? Why not you who becomes wealthy, fulfilled, disciplined, respected, and remembered? Why not you who changes the direction of your family's history? Why not you who becomes a leader, a thinker, a doer, an achiever? To grasp the power of this question, we must first recognize how most people live their lives. Too many individuals walk through the years shackled by doubt, fear, and resignation. They look at successful people, those who build companies, write books, lead movements, or transform their health, and assume that greatness belongs to them and not to me. They create invisible walls, convincing themselves that circumstances, luck, background, or talent have destined others for success, while they themselves must remain spectators in life. But Jim Rohn's message shattered this myth. He reminded us that success is not reserved for a chosen few. It is earned, step by step, by those who dare to ask, "Why not me too?" Every life is a story, and in every story, there comes a moment when the character must decide whether to stay ordinary or embrace the extraordinary. Jim Rohn believed that anyone, no matter where they began, could change the entire course of their journey with a decision. He often told the story of how he was working at a regular job, broke and going nowhere, when a mentor entered his life and posed life-changing challenges. His mentor didn't let him settle. He didn't let him hide behind excuses. Instead, he asked him to look in the mirror and consider, why not become wealthy? Why not become influential? Why not become disciplined? Why not study, learn, and grow until you stand out from the crowd? The truth is, excuses are easy to collect. You can say you're too young, too old, too inexperienced, too disadvantaged, or too unlucky. You can point to your past, your parents, your environment, your education, or your failures. But excuses never built a life of greatness. Excuses may comfort you temporarily, but they rob you permanently. And if you let them, they will bury your potential before it has the chance to bloom. Jim Rohn's philosophy was never about avoiding reality. He never pretended that obstacles didn't exist. But he knew that challenges are universal. Everyone faces hardship. Everyone encounters setbacks. Everyone deals with unfairness. The difference between those who win and those who quit is simply the decision to rise above, to take ownership, and to keep asking, why not me? When you adopt the why not you mindset, you step into the realm of possibility. You begin to see opportunities where others only see obstacles. You stop waiting for permission, approval, or perfect conditions, and you start acting with courage. You begin to reprogram your thinking, replacing thoughts of limitation with thoughts of potential. Instead of saying, "I can't do this because," you start saying, "I will find a way to do this despite." And that shift changes everything. It transforms fear into fuel, failure into feedback, and hesitation into momentum. Think about wealth, for instance. Jim Rohn often said that wealth is not about luck, but about philosophy, discipline, and consistent action. Why not you who becomes wealthy? Someone will. Someone will study money, discipline themselves to save and invest, and build streams of income. Someone will resist instant gratification and choose long-term prosperity. Why not you? Wealth does not discriminate. It responds to laws, principles, and habits. If you learn those, apply them, and stay persistent, you too can enjoy financial freedom. Consider health. Someone will take charge of their body, exercise consistently, eat wisely, and preserve their energy so they can enjoy life to the fullest. Someone will resist the pull of unhealthy habits and instead invest in strength, endurance, and vitality. Why not you? Health is not just genetics, it is largely decisions, repeated daily. If someone can transform their body, extend their life, and live vibrantly, why can't you? The same air, food, and opportunities exist for you as they do for anyone else. Think about leadership and influence. Someone will rise to the top of their organization, not because they were born to lead, but because they studied leadership, developed character, communicated with clarity, and showed resilience. Someone will become the voice that inspires others, the hand that guides, the vision that rallies people together. Why not you? Influence is not a birthright. It is earned through personal growth, integrity, and contribution. Jim Rohn often emphasized that you don't have to change everything overnight. Growth is a process, not an event. But the journey begins with the decision. The moment you say, "Why not me?" you begin to reframe your identity. You stop living as a victim and start living as a creator. You stop asking, "What will life give me?" and start declaring, "What will I create with the life I've been given?" This is not arrogance, it is responsibility. And responsibility is the foundation of freedom. The path of personal development is not glamorous in the beginning. It means reading when you'd rather watch television. It means working when others are resting. It means saving when others are spending. It means saying no when others are indulging. But as Jim Rohn reminded us, for things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. Why not you who makes those changes? Why not you who pays the price for success? Someone will. Someone will put in the hours, the discipline, the sacrifice. Someone will reap the rewards of that investment. Why not you? History is filled with stories of ordinary men and women who asked this question and dared to act on it. They were not always the smartest, the strongest, or the most privileged, but they possessed the courage to believe that they could be the one. They built businesses, created art, wrote books, led nations, healed diseases, and inspired generations. They did not wait for the perfect moment. They created it. They did not wait for permission, they gave themselves permission. And in the end, their lives became living proof of the philosophy Jim Rohn championed. Success is possible for anyone willing to claim it. If you still hesitate, consider the alternative. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? If you let this question pass you by, you risk settling into a life of regret. You risk becoming one of those who looks back and says, "I could have, I should have, I would have, but I didn't." Regret is the heaviest burden to carry because it cannot be undone. But possibility, that is light, freeing, and empowering. So the challenge is clear. Embrace the question, internalize it, and let it drive your daily choices. Every time you encounter doubt, whisper to yourself, "Why not me?" Every time you see someone succeed, instead of feeling envy, let it fuel you. If they can do it, why not me? Every time you stumble, remind yourself, failure is not final, it is feedback. Why not me? The power of Jim Rohn's message was not in complexity, but in simplicity. He didn't teach theories reserved for the intellectual elite. He gave principles that anyone could understand and apply. He said, set goals, because goals give your life direction. Read books, because reading refines your thinking. Work on your skills, because skills make you valuable. Associate with the right people, because association shapes destiny. Develop character, because success without integrity collapses. None of these require genius